Yo, welcome back to Busty Yaps. Today's Yap session topic is downtime, passing the time, going through a loading screen to get to the next main event, the next main cutscene. Today we're going to be talking about what do we do on our pastimes, okay? And we're going to rank them. There's going to be 3 tiers. The bottom tier is what are we doing? Middle tier is okay, I respect it, but I personally wouldn't partake in that activity. And the top tier is W activity. I would do it, I respect it, I like it. Anyways, let's just get right into it. Our first activity, drawing, painting, or anything artsy like DIY stuff. I personally am not a very artistically gifted person, okay? Like I can't create anything. I'm not creative in that aspect. But I definitely do respect it, okay? Like if something looks cool, if it's like cool, super cool art, and I just see it and it looks really cool. It moves me. It makes me feel something. I love that. Okay. I love me a good art piece. But drawing or a painting as a pastime, that is honestly a really good use of your time because you're actively creating something, something that maybe it conveys feelings. Maybe you're just trying to get your ideas out there. Maybe you're just trying to express yourself, or maybe you're just drawing stuff just because you can. You're good at drawing and you're just going to do that. I 100% respect that. Is a very good use of your time, honestly, in my opinion. I don't think anyone would really argue that. It's just a great thing to do, and you can create some pretty cool stuff. So, W tier, okay? I personally can't do it. Like I would do it if I had the ability. I know you can, kind of level up your skills, your artistic skill tree, but I personally don't have the time to do that. So yes, W tier. Next one. Netflix slash anything like that, okay? You're just sitting there and you're watching Netflix. I personally, I've gone through a Netflix phase, just go through Netflix, see what's on there, watch a whole entire show. But my thing with Netflix is that is really an all day thing, like at least for me, because if I'm going to watch something, I'm going to put it down and I'm going to give it 100% my attention. And I if I do that and it captivates me, I'm going to be sitting there for a while, because TV shows, those are like hour-long episodes and they be having like 35 of them. So that's literally a day and a half gone because I want to watch a show. Um in terms of making time go fast, it will do that. Like you will sit there. I mean, you'll be counting the episodes. You'll be like, okay, yeah, I just watched 3 episodes. That's 3 hours of my day gone. But you really wouldn't even know. Like especially with that autoplay feature, like they've been getting really good at like giving you the next episode right as it cuts to black. Like it cuts to black and then it skips the intro, so you don't even know you're in the next episode. So now you think you only watched 3 episodes, and you look outside and it's pitch black, and it's midnight, and you're like, oh wow, I really just sat in my bed, couch, or desk and just did literally nothing. So it is a fantastic way to, if you just want time to go by, throw on Netflix, put on some terrible soap opera or whatever, or a drama TV show or something. They're very good at keeping their audience, I feel like, as long as it's a like decently interesting show. Now, in terms of usefulness of your time, in my opinion, what are we doing? Okay. Um, you've been here for 7 hours. You smell like ass. You didn't brush your teeth. You didn't wash your face. You didn't even get in the shower. You didn't even think about getting in the shower. You know why? Because you're sitting there thinking about uh, whatever murder mystery or whatever you've been watching, and you just want to watch more. Like what are we doing? But at the same time, I get it. I get it. My official rating is what are we doing? Okay. I've been on my productive tip lately, and that does not captivate me at this point in time. Did I even just speak English just now? I don't know. But next topic, we got a coin and we're gonna flip it and it's gonna land on the other side of what we were just talking about. I don't know if that makes any sense. You know what I was trying to say, but we're talking about gym rats, baby. People who just go to the gym and stay there. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I personally haven't met someone who just lives in the gym. I honestly don't think those people exist. I think they're me social media personalities that say they do that but don't really do that, because I could not imagine sitting in a room full of weights and smells like sweat and people walking by, and like, no, I couldn't imagine sitting in there for an entire day. Like, people be talking about, oh, I just worked out for 4 or 5 hours straight. Yo, what? Yeah, it just doesn't, it's not like a thing that I would want to do for 4 to 5 to 6, 7 hours in a day. I would definitely rather be other places that are less smelly and more interactive, because going to the gym, at least my gym going experiences have been put on headphones, do my own thing, and leave. It's not a very social place. I don't think it ever really is, but of course I've only been to Planet Fitness because who is paying $100 a month for that? But I do definitely respect the grind, you getting them gains, getting them losing the fat, like, I definitely 100% respect it. Yeah, I personally, I don't get it. I was gonna say I get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I respect it, but I don't get it, tier. Next one. Scrolling through TikTok slash Instagram slash social media. This is a great way to just, in between anything, say you're in the line at the grocery store, bam, Instagram, bam, TikTok. Fantastic use of time. It makes time go by fast, you know? But at the same time, it kind of turns into an addiction, because I've noticed I'm really not ever content just sitting in a room, unless I have a phone in my hand and I'm looking at my screen. I'm scrolling through, just dopamine, 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 things like that, Um, but in the sense of like at the same thing as Netflix, but on like an even faster rate. It makes time go by fast, but like on a shorter scale. Okay, like you'll be sitting there, you'll be like, all right, I'll just watch a couple TikToks and I'll get up and go to the bathroom, get up and go to the shower. You wake up, you look at TikTok. You I personally look at TikTok before I even use the bathroom, which is kind of sad to say, but I mean it's true. It definitely makes time go by fast. You'll just mindlessly scroll, like literally mindless. It's insane the effect that social media has. Um, you know, it's not really productive. You're not really doing anything, but you're not really harming anything. You're not really harming yourself, honestly. So, uh, honestly, it's a W tier activity. W tier pastime makes time go by fast. It just takes the edge off. It's kind of like smoking a cigarette. People can't really go too long without smoking a cigarette. I feel like the youth, if they didn't have vaping, I feel like social media is like the equivalent to that. Like, anyways, next one. This one's kind of similar to the last one. Creating social media things. So like little TikTok people who it isn't their job. They don't get money to get like post little TikToks. They literally just post little dances and then that's it. We're talking about that, okay? Like little 12-year-old Sally just goes on TikTok, sees here's a new audio, lip syncs to it, and does that for hours. This I don't get it, okay? Like, especially when the TikTok qualities are like ass. Like, there's no reason anyone would ever watch your video ever, and they just make them and post them. I mean, yeah, I guess it's fun, haha, silly, but like, what are we doing? At the end of the day, what are we doing? Why are you doing this? And why are you posting this for the public to see? No one wants to see it. Keep it a buck. Okay, you're not going to get paid off of it, so it's not really a job. It's just posting little silly videos. I personally don't get it. Unless, like you're like really good at dancing. Okay, maybe you're like in like dance school or doing dance stuff, and like you're like rehearsing one and you record it. You feel like it's good, so you post it. Or maybe you just make up your own dance. You're like actually good at it, and you just want to post something. Then that's W tier, sharing your craft. But if it's just something, like lip syncing to audio or just doing a little like head dance or something like Bella Ports type shit, no. No. What are we doing? Don't like it. Cringe. Mega cringe. Get that out of here. Next one. Hey man, if you made it this far in the video, you didn't click off whether you're paying attention or not. You're just using me as background noise, or your phone auto played into me somehow, and you didn't even mean to be here. Hey, if you've made it this far though, please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things, all the interactions, bro. We're trying to get there. Um, we want to make it to 100 subscribers by the end of this year. That's what I want to do. Gaming. Gaming gets this reputation that, oh my gosh, you're wasting your life away. What are you doing? Such a waste of time. At least it used to. Okay. Now people are getting paid off of it. People are like the narrative of it is starting to change. Okay. Now TikTok is the big evil. Gaming's not as bad. As a gamer, I recognize that I could be doing other things with my time. But the dopamine hit and the emotions that you feel during a game, you go through the entire spectrum of emotions, you go through happiness, you get that win, you get that competitive spirit going, you lose, someone's trolling you. There's like a person on your team that's terrible, you get angry, you get furious, you lose, you get sad, you get depressed, you go through every single emotion possible. You feel what I'm saying? Um, Gaming is a great thing. I feel like it's a great use of your time, a great use of pastime, at least. So it makes the time, oh my God. You talk about TikTok and Netflix make time go fast. Boy, gaming, if you got a good game that you genuinely care about, you're actually having fun, oh my God, you'll sit there for genuinely 14 hours and not even realize it. Not even realize it. Take a pee break. You don't even look at the clock. You know why? Because you're thinking about your next game. You're thinking about picking up that mouse and keyboard back up. You're thinking about that controller, that mobile device. I mean, it's not the most productive thing, obviously, but there's worse things that you could be doing, and but I feel like gaming is an all around, not all around, but for the most part, W tier. Next one, drugs. You already know what I'm gonna say. What are we doing, yo? Drugs? Okay. I guess it'll pass the time or whatever, like you pop a Xan, pop a perk, whatever. You get to tweaking, and then when you come back to it, you're like, oh, what day is it? What time is it? Where am I? So in that sense, I guess, it's good at what you want it to do, which is pass the time, but it's actively self-destructing. Um, even smoking weed. I'm not weed positive, but I get it. It's not as bad as other drugs. It's better than cigarettes, but it's still destructive in a couple ways. But I'm not going to get into that. Doing drugs, getting high, drinking alcohol, any of that stuff. It's honestly cringe in my opinion. Like what are we doing? You feel what I'm saying? Like drinking and smoking or doing drugs or whatever. You're typically doing another activity with it. You're gonna take LSD trip balls and then watch like Finding Nemo or something to enhance the experience. But why not just watch the movie with the boys, and it'll have the same effect, like you guys will be like, you'll be laughing at the movie or you'll be locked in, whatever. But it's self-destructive. It's cringe, mega cringe. What are we doing? Get that out of here. Next one. Cleaning. Okay, I'm not just talking about, mom told me to clean the bathroom, so I guess I'm gonna clean the bathroom. No, you're cleaning on your own accord. Okay, clean rats, if you will. Personal uh, self-proclaimed maids, okay, people who just enjoy cleaning. I personally understand it. I can understand cleaning being satisfying, honestly. It's annoying to do the act of cleaning, but after you spray that bathroom, that one little stain on the sink, and then you wipe it away and now it's clean, it has like a glossy feel. I understand that as being satisfying. So cleaning your house, like just going around vacuuming, organizing things, that is a great use of your time and it's very satisfying. The end result is always a positive thing. Okay, but if you're taking it to the extreme of you won't let it get dirty, Now we have a problem, okay? Because now you're screaming at me. I'm just trying to put things down. You're like, absolutely not. That doesn't go there. It goes up there. You know what I mean? Like, relax, bro. You like, if you enjoy cleaning, let me dirty up a little bit, or dirty up yourself a little bit, and then go through the enjoyment of cleaning. Don't, go through the anxiety and the anger of having it unclean. You should enjoy cleaning if cleaning is the way you pass your time. You know what I mean? That's fire. I honestly very much respect that. That's really cool. It is also very satisfying. There's always those oddly satisfying videos, someone vacuuming a carpet or whatever. 100% understand that. But don't be a jerk about it, is the verdict, okay? W tier, great use of your time, as long as you're not a jerk about it. Next one. Knitting. Knitting or crocheting. Crocheting and knitting, they're pretty cool. Okay. I recently, well, not really recently, but someone in my life has taken a hold of knitting, and it's honestly pretty cool. Like, they make some pretty cool stuff. Honestly, it's like its own form of art. Going back to the DIY stuff, it's honestly really really cool. It's you're learning a new skill. You're using your hands. You're getting your dexterity up. Upgrading your dexterity point tree. It's really cool. It's really cool. You can make some really cool stuff out of it, you know, um, and make some useful stuff out of it. You can make your own furniture, like things like that. You can make your own pillows. You can make your own blankets. It's pretty freaking cool. you know um all around positive thing. Like, there's no real negative to it, except I guess hand cramping, or if you're doing it for too long, then it could be probably be pretty bad. But it's honestly really really cool. Like, really cool. Would I personally do it? Absolutely not. I'm not a grandma. But it is really freaking cool when someone can do it. you know I'm not going to sit there and watch you do it, but I will love to see the beginning and end result. uh, Really, really cool W tier. Next one. Gooning. Okay, let's be real. Where did this whole gooning thing come from? I'm not talking about the word. I'm talking about the normalization of, like, gooning. Okay. Back when I was in middle school, back when you know, gooning for my generation was starting to blossom. Okay, like my generation was starting to become aware of it. Okay, it was shameful, yo. It was like, yo, if you went to school and you opened up your Safari and you got caught with some crazy website, yo, you're getting flamed. Your phone's getting tossed across the room. Like, where did that go? Where did it go from that to, like, children paying for OnlyFans? Children, like, like, it's so normalized, yo. It's actually, like, put on a pedestal, so much to the fact that the guy who the Gunasign guy, he's having, like, multiple funeral services. Obviously they're jokes, but, like, to, at what point is it not a joke anymore, bro? Like, it's been so normalized in today's society to do that dude felt comfortable enough to go out and goon in his car to real life stimuli. And and, like, yo, anyways, you guys can call me a level one gooner, a bronze beater, whatever you want to say. I don't understand how people can go 2, 3, 4 hours, like, straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, nonstop, going crazy. Okay, like, at some point it's like, all right, dog, what am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just get it off and go. Like, 15 minutes is really, like, I feel like anything over 15, 20 minutes, like, you're tweaking, bro. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's like it's like a get it off and go type of thing. Like, after, cause, like, after a while, the lotion's gonna start drying up. You gotta pump it in your hand. Like, yo, after 5, 6 hours, dog, how many times have you gone back and pumped lotion into your hand to keep going because it keeps drying up? You know what I'm saying? Like, after, like, the third pump of your hand, it's like, all right, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing? I'm using all this lotion. You know what I'm saying? And then people buying, like, spending money on it when there's free websites. Like, what are we doing, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I guess I'm just not a real gooner. You know what I'm saying? But, like, what are we doing, dog? Real talk. What are we doing tier? Get that out of here. Complete waste of time. You know, it messes up your brain, messes up your psyches, messes up your spiritual, messes up everything. Yo, what are we doing? 5 6 hours a day. What are we doing, dog? 15 20 minutes. Get it and go. That's the way I look at it. Get it over with. And do something else, dog. Like, what are we doing? Next one. Reading. Now, this is an interesting one because reading is fire, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's on a similar tier as to Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a person who prefers reading over watching a movie, you're crazy. You're a psychopath. You're a weirdo. But if you can just sit down and read a good novel, you know, like it's not the only thing you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you read a novel, you know, a couple books every year. Okay, that's fire. I personally been starting to get into novels. They're fire. You know what I'm saying? But I personally get self conscious about it. You know, because I'm kind of retarded. I'll be reading, and it's not a difficult book to understand. It's not any big words that I don't understand that I have to like look up or whatever. It's just like I don't read slow either, but sometimes my brain just doesn't comprehend what I just read. So it doesn't really so I like I'm like my inner voice will say the words, but my brain won't comprehend them. So I'll have to read the same sentence probably like a couple times over, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 3 times. You know, like I'll read a paragraph, then I'll go on to the next one. I'll be like, wait, what did I just read? So I have to go back because like my brain didn't like process what I read. Like I said them, you know, like my inner voice said them, but it didn't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't compute. Okay. If someone was watching me read this book, they'd be like, yo, you started on page 37 10 hours ago. You're still on page, you just now getting to page 39. They'd be like that, you know? But yes, reading, great use of your time, you know what I'm saying? Gets the brain flowing, gets the brain juices going, gets the wrinkles in your brain. It's fire, honestly. W tier, next one. Hiking. Hiking on a regular basis, in my opinion, is crazy. Okay, why do you want to keep going outside that much? I understand some people are not inside bodies, they need to get going, they need to get moving and grooving, but like, dog, bugs, mud, and snakes, absolutely not. Miss me with that. In my personal opinion, you know, like I'll go on a good hike, you know, I'll enjoy a good hike, you know, like once a month though, you know, like you will not catch me out there on the same month. If you're living in an area where there's only like 5 trails, you know, like you're going out every single day hiking, you know, you're like, and you only have 5 trails to go on, like, dude, you know every single tree in that forest by now, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Do something else. Like I get it, you know, getting active, getting outside, I guess, you know, getting your vitamin D, which does help with depression, by the way. So like that's why a lot of hikers are happy. You know, like you'd be walking, you'd see that some random like 50-year-old white couple, and they like, hey, how you doing? Like, yeah, hit you with one of those. You know, like yeah, I get it, but I personally don't get doing that like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like to me that's a once a month like luxury type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just gonna go out. Oh, babe, I'm going out for my morning hike and like come back 3 hours later. Absolutely not, bro. It's hot, it's sticky, there's bugs, or it's cold, or it's none of those, and I just don't want to be outside. Get me back in bed type. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, but I personally wouldn't do it tier. Next one. Our final one. Bar hopping or going to the bar. I personally have never been to the bar like or the club. I guess we'll group them together. The bar slash club. I've never been, but I wouldn't want to go personally. Um I'm just not a very social person like that. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people in this generation still aren't really social like that. They just kind of go. Um, I don't understand the club though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just going, you're paying to go into a room to listen to music that you can't control, that you probably heard a million times, and do your little dance that you could be doing in your room. You know, I guess you can meet people, but how do you really meet people? The music's blasting. Uh, People are probably half intoxicated, you know, like that's not really meeting people. Like, uh, I mean, I guess you're just getting the huzz, but it is probably on a tier higher than like Netflix, TikTok, and all that because you are actually going out. You're going outside. you're meeting people in real life, you're talking to people in real life. So I guess that's more respectable from a social standpoint, so it gets a couple extra points for that. But at the same time, it is like cringe. So I'm not gonna respect it. I'm not even gonna put it in the respect tier. I'm putting it in the L tier just because I think it's cringe. If you go out to the bar or the club, you're cringe personally. Anyways, cringe. All right, I'll shut up. Fine, it's over. Like and subscribe. Uh, 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 bye.